Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to Vickie's Country Home and welcome back to my kitchen. I have another video that I think is going to go before this one. It depends when I get it put up. I love okra. I miss it. I planted a lot. It came up. It's just not producing a lot. And I think it's because we have such cool nights. So I ordered a whole box. I think they charged me for about 13 pounds. I'm not really sure what was in it. I'll show you a picture of that. But it's decent. It's not too big. It's not too woody. And it looks okay. So I bought the entire box. So today is my marathon canning session and I'm canning okra. And then whatever's left I will probably freeze if I can find freezer space. So I've already done tomatoes and okra. And that's gonna be for my okra gumbo stew, whatever you want to call it. It's fine with me. We grew up knowing it as okra gumbo. But tonight I'm going to be canning spicy pickled okra with cherry tomatoes, and it calls for pearl onions. I don't want to do that. I'm just going to do the okra with cherry tomatoes, and some of it's going to be spicy and some of it's not. So let's get started on that project. All right, so for this recipe, I have my big stainless steel pot, and we're gonna start with 5 cups of vinegar, 5% acidity. Now it calls for white vinegar. I'm gonna use apple cider vinegar with the mother. So there's 5 cups of that. 1 cup of water, filtered from my well. And we're gonna have 3 tablespoons of canning salt. You just want something that's not gonna cloud, even though my apple cider vinegar will a little bit, but you don't wanna use iodized salt at all. So I've got that in my pot and I'm gonna start heating this. Now we're gonna bring that to a boil and let it boil for 5 minutes. So we'll come back shortly. I have brought the vinegar solution to a boil and I let it simmer for 5 minutes. So we're ready to get started. So I have my jars heating up in a water bath canner. And for those of you that don't know, I'm off grid. I don't use my dishwasher unless I have to. So I heat my jars in a water bath canner, and that just keeps my husband happy because I'm not using power. All right, now I've got my hot jar and we're gonna work quickly. So I'm gonna add a 1/2 teaspoon of mustard seeds. I'm gonna add probably a 1.5 cloves or 2 cloves of garlic, because I like a lot of garlic, and 1 peppercorn. This is not in the recipe, but I'm gonna add it. These are a couple of small, fresh grapevine leaves from my grapevines. And dill, this is the bloom from it. You can just put a sprig of dill, or you could put nothing. That's up to you. Now we're going to start adding our okra. And we do this as quickly as we can because the jar is hot and we want to keep it hot. And we're going to put the tips down. and just tightly pack the jar as tightly as possible. I think I can maybe get one more. And then I have some cherry tomatoes, and in my case, these are frozen from prior, so I'm gonna just press them down. But if you have fresh, that's even better. And again, the recipe calls for pearl onions. I'm not using those. I'm using other things. So do what makes sense to you. Keep your ratios as correct as possible. And then we're gonna add this liquid to a 1/2 inch headspace. And we're kind of pressing it down because it doesn't want to stay down. And I am gonna debubble, which means I'm just gonna press this plastic tool, and if you don't have this, you just use something non-metallic. Press all around just to make sure that there are no air bubbles that could cause a problem. And I'm cleaning it with vinegar. Put on my lid. Ring finger tight. And I think that's going to be pretty. So this is going in a hot canner, and this is hot water bath canner. In my case, I am using a steam canner because my canner will do both. It's the Victorio multi-canner, I think it's called. I don't remember. I'll try and leave a link below, although I don't know if they're available right now, but I love this thing. The advantage with the steam canner is you don't have to fill it full of water, and you also don't have to wait for that water to heat up as long. So it is really nice. All right, so this time I'm gonna add, this is a dried cayenne pepper from my garden from last year. I just dried it green, and I have some that I'm gonna add that were dried red. So some of these will be hotter than others, and the hot ones will be Brian's. I don't mind a little heat, but I don't like it really hot, so. But he enjoys those, so I'm gonna make some for his taste. And again, just pack them full. And put the tomatoes on top, pack them down. There we go. Clean the rim. Always, always clean the rim. Well, you know what? I didn't follow my rule. We need to debubble. And yes, our liquid went down a little bit. Not much. but a little bit. So I'm gonna now re-clean the rim. And I don't think I got my peppercorn in there, so I'm gonna stick that in. And if you can't tell, I love okra. This is a labor of love. I love it, so there we go. I'm gonna finish filling all my jars. I think I'm gonna have 6 pints, so I'll bring you back when I'm all finished. It's been a long day, but my pickled okra ping is out of the water bath canner. And these are processed at sea level at 15 minutes in the water bath. For my altitude, high altitude, it was 25 minutes. But they're all done. They look beautiful, and I'm so excited. I'm hoping to pickle some more tomorrow because honestly, I'm done for the night. That's all I can do. But I'm hoping I can do some more tomorrow. So I don't know if I explained that the grape leaves that I added, they are not in the recipe, but everything I've read is that they will help keep pickles and anything pickled crisper because of the tannins. And I figured, why not? I have grapevines with some new leaves, and let's check it out. So I'm hoping that those make these nice and crispy, and I don't think they'll hurt at all, so we'll see. And I'll report back on that later. Hopefully tomorrow I can get maybe another 6 pints of the pickled okra canned, but we'll find out. And whatever's left, I will cut up and put in the freezer to enjoy during the winter. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope it gives you some ideas. If you did enjoy it, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and God bless. We'll talk soon.